It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though. So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Listen, is that my problem?
This is, first of all, it's good comedy. Second of all, it's a lot of...
It's not comedy. That's not comedy. That's real life. Like, comedy's funny. That's just pathetic.
I don't understand the people who are taking the stance that he is in the wrong for only bringing food for his child. How is this man wrong? First of all, you got to think of the context. She's saying every time he comes over here, he's only bringing food for his child. And today, I'm not taking this shit. I'm going to show y'all why he's full of shit. Yeah. So that means there has been multiple times. Now, I can understand if one time you bring food for your child and other kids are hungry, you didn't. Okay, I can understand that. But listening to her speak, he has repeatedly, this is 5, 6, 7 times he comes over with food and the kids never have anything to eat. You understand?
Yeah.
That's a problem, and that's not his problem.
Well, I was wondering where you're going with that.
Yes.
Like, he has one kid.
Yes, that's it.
He has obligation to one kid. He doesn't have any obligation to these other kids.
And the people who are saying, oh, you should have bought a pizza or some beef ramen stuff. His kid, he asked his kid what he wants to eat. His kid says McDonald's. I'm bringing McDonald's, okay? Right, I want to be a super dad. He already doesn't live with me. You got to think about all this stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know, he already doesn't live with me. He already, you know what I mean? And, I'm only seeing him who God knows how many times. So when he asks for food, I'm going to bring him what he wants to eat.
Right.
You understand? Right. And I'm not buying McDonald's for 4 or 5 whole fucking daycare. If I wanted to support a daycare, there's plenty of daycares that can use my support.
Exactly.
All right?
I agree with you. I mean, we're on the same side of this. He has literally one kid. Now, again, in context, it doesn't appear that he has even like good shared 50-50 custody.
Right.
So he has one kid with this mom who's clearly a broke-ass hoe. And she has these 3 other kids by 3 other dudes.
Who are broke-ass dudes.
Equally broke. It's like, if that's my kid,
yeah.
Number one, I would move for full custody and get him out of this situation.
Yeah, that's
but
number one.
Short of that, if you can't do that, if the court doesn't let you do that, you are trying to do anything you can to raise the self-esteem of your kid. Give him support in what is probably, if that's her, a horrible environment to grow up in. And it's not your responsibility to take care of the whole situation.
Right.
These other dads have a duty to their kid. Mm-hmm. And they have the right. They have the right. They could show up with steak. They could show up with sushi or whatever they want to do. They could take their kid to, Disneyland, and, if you don't have the resources, you don't take your kid to Disneyland.
That's it.
That's it, man.
You
have no other duty. And this chick talking about my food stamps don't come to the whatever. That is your problem.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Figure it out, man.
Yeah.
Because it's like she probably sold her food stamps. There's so many other things.
Can you do that?
That's going. Yeah, people say the food stamps all the time. I'm looking for some. Anybody's out there, I need some food stamps. You know what I'm saying?
She's too busy taking life round ammunition to worry about anything else like food stamps.
And she's just worried about the app. She got to bring out on the phone to expose a guy.
What did that whole thing?
That could be.
Well, that's the next level of this. If that's what you have to, if that's the type of person you are, if you can't have a conversation with another adult and say, hey, I know you only have this one kid with me, but when you bring stuff, it really makes the other kids feel some kind of way. And I'm not asking you to do it every time, but if there's a lane of conversation, that you might be receptive,
and you can meet in the middle. But he also I think he hit like every perfect line. He says, okay, well, bring him out. He can eat in the car, and then when he's done eating, he can go back inside. Like everything, like he's saying, he's hitting it perfectly. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And you know, I'll take him to eat every time I come over, and he doesn't have to eat in front of the kids because I understand that could be an issue. You know,
but again, and also for him, it'd probably be better bonding time. Go spend an hour sitting at McDonald's or go to the park and eat food and have that time, man.
Exactly.
This is anybody who's supporting her is delusional. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, what is
I'm looking at the girls who are posting about it. I'm looking at them with a side eye like, I want to take my DM away now. I wish I didn't DM her because that's a potential. I dodged a bullet there with that one because I don't want anybody that's on that same thinking. Like that. Because even as a guy with no kids, if I'm dating a woman with kids, I don't want to feel obligated to be feeding those guys. You know what I mean? No. I'm not. Those are not my children. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm feeding you. Let's not go out to eat and then you ordering to go plates for your kids. Like this, that's not what kind of date this was.
Let's not forget that already happened to you.
And that's probably what happened. She probably took that to go plate.
Hell yeah.
I'm just not thinking about that.
No, I said at the time, if that wasn't chicken fingers, that was for the dude. You fed a grown man.
That's worse, but that's worse.
That's way worse.
That's the absolute worst.
You fed a grown man that
I'd rather each one feed one, man. You know.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just, she's just a bad human being, man.
Yeah.
What is she bringing to the table? I mean, think about it.
Apparently good coach.
Not good enough.
Nobody's sticking around.
That's hit it and quit it. Let's go. I mean, jeez.
That's rough, man.
I mean, what are you defending? Like, you know, you're kind of putting this expectation on the guy that he's supposed to just be this, like, magnanimous guy that's just going to take care of hungry kids.
Yeah, that's like, I understand some guys, they would do that, and that's totally fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. Like, if you want to do it, you have the means to do it, do it.
Yeah.
All right?
But, I mean, the reality is this chick's probably squeezing my guy for a lot of child support.
As it is.
And he's broke as it is.
As it is. He is broke. You can see him. You can see the car. You can see him. You know he's broke. Yeah. So he, not broke probably, but only has enough to take care of his child,
like,
which is perfectly fine.
I'm happier than this Happy Meal that I can make this.
You know what I'm saying? He may not be broke, but he can only take care of his child. He can't consistently take care of children that didn't come from his nutsack. All right? So that should be fine.
I didn't need that visual.
Why are we penalizing this man for not taking care of you? If you want to step in, he's not even with this lady. Yeah. So it's not even a stepfather type of thing. I was trying to type it in. I'm thinking, a stepfather, how should I type this? He's not even a stepfather.
Yeah, no. That's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
If you choose to be with the woman, live in the household, and she has kids, it's different.
Yeah.
I would feel differently if you consistently treated your one kid, vastly different.
That's it.
If you're occupying the same household, that's a decision you make. That's a burden you accept when you make that decision. But if you're single, she's on her own place, you have a single child together, you don't owe anything more than taking care of your kid.
Bingo.
Yeah.
There we go, man. I mean, each show, I feel like we're advancing society.
We are.
And I feel really good about this.
We still have a long way to go, but we're willing to make that climb.
We're willing to make that climb, man, for sure. One thing about this angle, I don't like it because it's making me look big.
Yeah, I look a little fat myself.
No, we got to do something about that. People, it really is adding 15 pounds to...
Maybe 17 and a half.
Yeah.
This is not good.
But we're going to roll with it.
Who are those two fat guys in our podcast?
These guys are humongous. But, sorry, there's nothing you can do about it, man. But I have to hit the gym.
And I didn't even go to McDonald's today before the show.
Usually we do, right?
Yeah. Wow, man.
All right.
I should have wore vertical stripes.